Tarkov Arena patch 0.2.8.0 has released. There are a lot of great changes, and the game has been optimized, and we should be getting better performance now. They redesigned the lighting on all locations. They optimized the performance on all locations for all hardware setups. That's going to be absolutely massive. They cleaned up locations to reduce the amount of visual elements, which is also going to be great. So there are some major changes in Teamfight, Blast Gang, and Checkpoint game modes, and also in Last Hero. But the primary one is that in Teamfight, Blast Gang, and Checkpoint, now enemies will always be wearing a red armband, and your friendlies, your allies, will always be wearing blue. So that's going to be great. This should reduce the amount of hesitation and the amount of team killing. Also, accompanying this, the announcer voice lines will be different for both sides. So now every time, let's say the enemies capture an objective, it will say the red team has captured objective A. So that's great. My favorite changes now, they essentially changed Fort a little bit so that V40 grenades cannot be thrown towards objective A site now, in the ways that you are running from spawn, you're about to get on site, and then all of a sudden you get exploded by a grenade that was thrown with a lineup, and now you're dead instantly. And even if you got the best spawn, number one spawn, the fastest on site, you're dead. Can't do anything about that. So apparently they adjusted that. You should not be able to do this now. Guarantee that some sort of lineups will be found again, and they will probably redo this. For Last Hero and the Checkpoint game, now there's a new effect which lasts for 3 seconds every time you respawn, which gives immunity to all bleeding and adds health regeneration and reduces incoming damage by 50%. In Last Hero, this is immediately removed when you fire a weapon or the 3 seconds run out. And the same buff is also added in Checkpoint games when you are in the main spawn. This effect is also in secondary spawn zones, but it's immediately removed the same way in Last Hero. Either time runs out or when the weapon is fired. Here are some fixes. They fix an issue that caused PMCs to rubber band, even with no visual indication of packet loss or high ping. So that's going to be nice. I don't know if that's actually a performance increase, or maybe they're just adding the visual indication to the rubber banding. We'll see how that goes. And they also improved the respawn point selection logic in Last Hero and the Checkpoint to prevent the same spawns and also not being spawn killed. So that's going to be great, because I know on Chop Shop, I know there's one infamous spawn which you can spawn camp from 2 different angles, and there's essentially nothing you can do about it. So yeah, hopefully now that's gone. And their final note here is that in the upcoming updates, they are planning to add additional set of fixes aimed at optimization and addressing the cause of memory leaks, and also including a bunch of quality of life improvements. So this is going to be great. It looks like the team is actually getting back into rhythm now, and that we might actually start seeing some improvements finally. So this is going to be great. Good news for Tarkov Arena.